It is now 7:06. You have exactly 8 hours and 54 minutes to ponder the error of your ways. Any questions?
Yeah. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
A brain, a beauty, a jock, a rebel, and a recluse.
Can't believe this is really happening to me.
Before this day is over, they'll break the rules.
Chicks cannot hold their smoke. That's what it is.
Bare their souls.
I'm a nymphomaniac.
Are your parents aware of this?
Take some chances.
Being bad feels pretty good, huh?
And touch each other in a way they never dreamed possible.
Why'd you do that?
Because I knew you wouldn't.
The Breakfast Club. They only met once,
I don't want to be alone anymore.
You don't have to be.
but it changed their lives forever.
I mean, I consider you guys my friends. I'm not wrong, am I?
Hey guys, this week on the ReelDVDWatchers I decided to review the John Hughes 1980s classic, Breakfast Club. Now, I watched Breakfast Club for the first time a couple of days ago now, and I wasn't sure what to expect really. I wasn't sure whether I'd like it. I'd never really watched a John Hughes movie before. There's a couple I've always wanted to see, like 16 Candles and Weird Science, ones that I'd wanted to see, and you know, there's so many references and stuff too in movies nowadays. And I did want to see them, and I picked this one up really cheap, so I decided to watch it, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really great 80s movie, which was just one of the really, like, I don't know, one of the best high school kind of dramas I think I've watched. It was just really good. Like I said, it is a portrait of like 1980s American high school life by John Hughes, written and directed by John Hughes, and it's basically about this collection of all the different kind of gangs or cliques or whatever you want to call it that you expect to find in like a American high school. So you have the jock, sort of the I don't know what you call it, like the prom queen kind of one. Then you have like the nerd, the sort of bully kind of character, and then you have the kind of well, not necessarily loser, but the kind of the weirdo, I guess, of the school. And it brings all these different kind of groups together. At first they kind of are kind of against, not necessarily against each other, but they're fighting with each other. And by the end of the movie, they kind of have this new respect for one another and learn that there's so much more deeper than just this kind of image that everybody sees of them. So it's a really great movie, looking at these characters and delving into like these characters. Especially, there's a lot to do with like parents and stuff in this movie. A lot of the characters, I think pretty much all the characters have a problem with their parents. Either their parents like ignore them, or their parents beat them up, or their parents expect too much of them. But they all kind of have these issues, and it starts off really funny. It's a very funny movie. The dialogue between, especially the head teacher, he's really funny. The way he kind of takes on the kids, and then you have just them trying to find things to do, because basically the whole premise of the film, I probably should mention this, is these 5 kids are basically in detention on a Saturday, so they're in school all day. They have to write an essay about why they, who they are, and they're given all day to do it. So they're locked in, well, not necessarily locked, but they're shut up in the library, and it's kind of them fighting their boredom. Most of the film does take place in the library. They do kind of venture out into the other parts of the school at different points in the movie, but most of it does take place in the library. And like I said, it starts off kind of funny, and then it gets kind of quite especially towards the end, it gets very, not necessarily dark, but it becomes very dramatic, and you learn so much about these characters and how many issues and stuff that they're carrying and things like that. But yes, so the movie stars Emilio Estevez, Anthony Michael Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, and Ali Sheedy. And it's a lot of the characters I think are in like the Brat Pack, I think, that appeared in a lot of these 80s teen movies, I guess. There's a really good... Now, before I watched this, I watched the movie... I've never seen it. It's called Not Another Teen Movie. It's one of those, like... I was going to say parody movies, or spoof movies, about the 80s kind of teen movies. It's, to be honest, out of all of the parody spoof movies, it's one of the better ones, to be honest. And there's a really good spoof of this movie in that, with some of the characters, which I kind of like more now that I've seen this. So yeah, Not Another Teen Movie is one to check out if you kind of want to see a semi-decent spoof movie. But anyway, back to this one. I highly recommend going out and checking this movie out. The music in it is amazing. The actors are really good. At first you kind of wonder whether they're that great, but as I said, you know, when it gets to more of the drama and stuff, it's really good. Emilio Estevez is great, and the guy, I can't remember his name, I'm not sure which one it is, but the guy who plays this character is really good as well. He's a great actor. But yeah, it's just, I don't know what else to say. It's just a really good movie. Definitely recommend checking this one out. I'm going to be checking out more of John Hughes movies after seeing this one. It's got me really interested in seeing some of the others, and maybe I'll do a review of them at some point. But for now, this one is amazing. Hopefully I'll find one that tops it up. Sorry this review's really boring, but check this movie out. It's really good. Really great 80s movie. If you like 80s movies, then, you know, check this one out because it's really great. And the dancing scene is just insane. I love how they used to dance in the 80s with like the kind of shuffling thing. I don't dance, but it's cool. But yeah, Breakfast Club. Check it out. Really good movie. Thank you for watching.
Universal Pictures presents Emilio Estevez, Paul Gleason, Anthony Michael Hall, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, and Ali Sheedy in a John Hughes film.
Why are you being so nice to me? Because you're letting me.
The Breakfast Club.